In today's video, I'm going to show you a keyword research method that you can use to find trending keywords that are in demand and with less competition. I can assure you that this keyword research method is not popularly known or rarely used. Alright, you will not find anybody talking about this keyword research method. Alright, this is something that if you learn in this video, you can use it to increase your sales and start making a whole lot of money on Amazon KDP. Alright, so without wasting time, I'm going to dive into the video for today. Alright, so the name of this tool is called Tool for Seller. Alright, Tool for Seller, that is the name of this tool. Okay, so I'll be dropping the link to this tool on my description. Alright, so the website is data.toolforseller.com. Alright, so when you go to the website, you'll be asked to sign in. So you can use your email address, or you can put in your you can use your Google account to just create your account. Alright, so when you come to the tool, this is exactly what you're going to meet, alright, on the interface. Alright, so we are not really concerned with learning the interface in this video. Alright, I'm not going to start showing you the different buttons, the different softwares that you can use in this application. Alright, this is a web app. It also has a mobile application. So if you're using your Android or your iOS, you can simply head to your Play Store or your Apple Store and download the app. Alright, it still serves the same function. Alright, so what we are concerned with in this video on this application, on this web app, is this option called Market Insights. Alright, we want to come under Product Research and then come under Market Insights. So I'm not going to start showing you what is business analytics, business operation, inventory management, PPC optimization. Alright, you can basically use this tool for a whole lot of things beyond just doing keyword research for books. But what we are more concerned with in this web application is product research, and under product research we want to focus on books. Alright, so I'm going to come to this other option where it says ABA search terms. Alright, ABA search terms. So I'm going to click on ABA search terms. Alright, so when you click on the ABA search term, you're going to see that it's actually for the pro version, but we can use it. Alright, it's going to show us some limited data because this is a free version. Alright, this is a free tool. Alright, but the information is going to be given to us is going to be limited because we have not yet subscribed, alright, to the premium version. Alright, so when we click on ABA search term under product research, it's going to bring us into the ABA search term report. Alright, so ABA simply means Amazon Brand Analytics. Alright, that's what ABA simply means. Alright, Amazon Brand Analytics, and it is updated each Wednesday. Alright, so this is updates on what people are searching for. It's called search term report. Alright, so every week it is updated every week. Alright, so on a weekly basis, this tool gives us the level of search frequency, weekly search volume, as you can see, search frequency rank, competing ASIN number, supply and demand ratio. We are going to be looking at each one of these one by one, and I'll be telling you what they all mean and how you can use it to determine, alright, if you should go ahead with a keyword. Alright, so if you are enjoying this video so far, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so let's go into the tool more. Alright, so we can enter a particular keyword here. Alright, so let's say for example we are more concerned with cookbook. Okay, for example cookbook, right? So I'll put in cookbook here. You can use this for a whole lot of research, not just cookbooks. Because if you're into tech guide, for example, if you're into product guide, you can see iPhone 17 Pro Max case. Alright, so this is something people are actually searching for on Amazon. This is a product. So if you're writing a product guide, this tool can also help you know the products that people are searching for on Amazon. Alright, so beyond just cookbooks, if you're into tech, if you're into travel guides, you can use this tool to find what people are searching for on Amazon. Alright, so don't just limit yourself to just cookbooks alone. Okay, so let's type cookbook for example. I'm just using cookbook because that's my specialty. cookbook, fiction, then trends. Right, cookbook, fiction, evergreen, and trends. So I'm going to work with fiction and cookbook for today's video. All right, so I'm going to click on search, and then it's going to bring some list of keywords on that cookbook that people are actively searching for. All right, so let's look into this right away. All right, so as you can see, it has brought out some keywords and their weekly search volume, the search frequency, and the competing ASIN number. All right, we have the supply demand ratio, we have the search volume, then we have last week, we have last month, we have last quarter. All right, so for this week, we can see that the Mediterranean diet cookbook was searched 9,933 times this week. All right, so as of the time of doing this video, 9,933 times. We have palm to table cookbook, so searched 9,600 times, and the competing ASIN number is just 12. As you can see, supply demand ratio is 800. So let's find out more about this cookbook that is gaining such impressions. We want to check if it's free of trademark. All right, so as you can see, you can just take out this tool, a whole lot of cookbooks. You will find a whole lot of cookbooks that you can write on, that you can model. All right, so let's start with this. Now, if you want to see this book on Amazon, all you just have to do is just click on this arrow here, and it will take you to the Amazon website. If you want to copy, you can see the copy button close to it. You click on copy. All right, so we can now go and check for trademark, USPTO. All right, trademark search. We want to check if this title is free of trademark. All right, this is not something people should be telling you. Always check for trademark, right? So even when you watch a YouTube video, you see a title and the person didn't say check for trademark, it is your responsibility as an author, as a publisher, to make sure what you put out on Amazon is free of trademark. All right, so that's just a little disclaimer. Always check for trademark. So I'm going to quickly put in that title there. So let's see this book, Palm to Table Cookbook. All right, it was published September 3rd, 2025. Okay, and it has 55 results. Palm to Table Cookbook, Palm to Table Cookbook, Italian American and American Italian recipes from Ponza to the Bronze. Okay, let's see if there are other titles. As you can see, this is probably an independent publisher trying to take advantage of this title. All right, so Palm Cookbook Table. Okay, let's see, Farm to Table Cookbook. Okay, when was this published? 2021. Let's see, Appetite, a cookbook, American Girl, The Spirits of the Herb Farm Restaurant, Local Diets, What to Cook When You Don't Feel Like, Natural Food Recipes from the American Midwest, 100 Farm to Table Recipes from the Heart of the American Midwest. So this is another strategy. He just puts the title in the subtitle. Okay, that's good. Let's check trademark first before we continue with this our research. Okay, so I'll click on search button. Okay, so it's actually trademarked. Okay, as you can see, it's trademarked 41, so it's not something we can work on. You can even see 016. Okay, so Palm to Table cookbook, so this is off. We can't work on this. We can work on this. We can work on this. We can work on this. Featuring cooking, intermediate. All right, so we can work on this. All right, so that's off. So let's look for more. Let's look for more cookbook that we can work on. All right, let's look for more cookbook. So you can just keep scrolling. There are over 16 or even more than 16 results. All right, over more than, so you can just keep scrolling until you find a particular cookbook that is that you want to write on. All right, so what you have to focus on, all right, after you have gotten your title, check for the search volume. All right, make sure it is very high, at least up to 5,000. All right, make sure it's very high. Make sure the competing ASIN is low. The less competition you have, the better, right? The less competition you have, the better. All right, so make sure it's less than 1,000. Okay, make sure the competing ASIN numbers are less than 1,000. The lesser it is, the more you can rank. All right, then make sure the supply demand ratio is also high. It should be greater than this. Something we're looking at something like this. This is good, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. All right, so make sure your supply demand ratio is actually very high. All right, it just means that supply demand ratio just simply means that the search volume is greater than the competing ASIN numbers. All right, when you compare the search volume and the competing ASIN numbers, you have the supply demand ratio. So it's quite simple. We can even check the meaning of supply demand ratio here. And when you just hover your mouse over this, it gives you what the supply demand ratio is. It just shows you the search volume over the competing ASIN number, and then you can have your supply demand ratio. All right, so let's see. The higher ratios means greater demand. All right, so the higher the ratio, the greater the demand. So that's why I say focus on ratios that are very high. All right, the higher the ratio, this ratio is actually very high. All right, so the higher the ratio, the greater the demand. I'm shooting video. The higher the ratio, the greater the demand. All right, so let's continue looking for our research. So I think I've explained what all these things means. All right, in the last week, this is keyword ranking. In the last week, this competing ASIN, this is supply demand ratio. All right, so these are the basic things you need to just know. All right, so let's keep scrolling. Total weight loss cookbook. So total weight loss cookbook, the competing ASIN number is 854. Total weight loss cookbook, let's check if it's trademark. Like I said, it should be less than 1,000, right? Total weight loss cookbook, let's check for trademark first before we move on to start doing more research. Okay, total weight loss cookbook is not trademarked. As you can see, it's free of trademark. All right, total weight loss cookbook is free of trademark. We have checked it, so let's now head over to Amazon and see the result of this search. We have 728 results. Let's see what it gave us here. Total weight loss cookbook, we have 854 results. All right, so it's quite close. All right, no two can give you the exact. All right, so we have total weight loss cookbook. As you can see, 18,000. This is amazing. It was published in November 1, 2024, and it's still recent. If you ask me, this is very recent. All right, meal prep for weight loss. We have high protein for weight loss. All right, so you can start getting cookbook ideas as you are seeing. So high protein cookbook for weight loss. Remember, the topic is total weight loss cookbook, and this is something that is on demand from what you are seeing here. So you can say Mediterranean weight loss cookbook, keto weight loss cookbook. All right, so these are ideas that you can use to make sure you take advantage of this. So I say 5,000 and above, this passed the check mark, and as you can see, the supply demand ratio is okay. All right, this is 6. This is, as long as it's above 0, is doing very well. All right, 5,000, we have 854 competition. All right, so you can niche down just like you saw this guy doing. High protein for weight loss cookbook. All right, high protein for keto weight loss cookbook, Mediterranean total weight loss cookbook. All right, Mediterranean diet total weight loss cookbook. So you can now niche down and then help you get a whole lot of sales. So this is total weight loss cookbook. It was published in April 2025, and this is by an independent publisher. All right, so let's click on this and see. Let's click on this and see what this guy did well. You can see this guy, smart cooking for lasting weight loss. Okay, slim down your life cookbook, fat burning carnivore. So let's see. So this is 693. All right, for book published in April, and this is for paperback. All right, let's see the Kindle. let's say the Kindle and see how well the book is doing on the Kindle. Okay, 688 also. All right, so this book is doing well, it's selling for now. All right, so it should keep selling. I just hope this author can just put a little ads to this book. All right, Mediterranean high protein for weight loss. All right, so as you can see, this guy is very smart. Just like I said, you can niche down on this topic. So we know that this topic is being searched for. This topic is being searched for. All right, so how do you take advantage of this title? And we have checked, it's not trademark. So the question now comes in, how do you take advantage of this title? You can put in Mediterranean, you can put in high protein, you can put it carnivorous, you can put it keto total weight loss cookbook, Mediterranean total weight loss cookbook. All right, the carnivorous diet total weight loss cookbook. Okay, so these are ideas that you can use to rank your cookbook. All right, these are ideas that you can take advantage of. 0-point weight loss cookbook. All right, so these are ideas that you can use to rank your book and make sure your book starts to give you a whole lot of sales on Amazon KDP. All right, so what else are we supposed to look at? So let's check other cookbooks. So we have actually discovered a particular cookbook that we can actually start taking advantage of. All right, Betty Cooker cookbook, let's leave that. Uma cookbook, this is going to be trademarked. All right, this looks like somebody's title. Okay, air fryer cookbook, so you can see this is bad. We can work on this. Mediterranean diet cookbook for beginners, you can do that. King Otter cookbook, Pioneer Woman cookbook. We have the Anitex cookbook, so let's check for trademark. Anitex cookbook, let's check if it's trademarked. Let's check if it's trademarked. So Anitex is trademarked. Okay, so we can use it. So let's check. Harry Potter Kids Cookbook. So you can't have this tool and not have titles that you can work on, at least 10 to 15 titles every month. This is just on the first page. We are still on the first page, right? And we have discovered a particular title that we can use. All right, this is just the first page. So imagine you go through this every week and you are coming out with amazing titles that you can work with. All right, Anarchist cookbook. Let's check for trademark for Anarchist cookbook. Okay, so this is not under cookbook. This is not under books. All right, if you are checking for trademark, the two most important class to watch out for is 16 and 41. All right, 16 and 41. So Anarchist cookbook is not trademarked, if you ask me. All right, as you can see, this is 041. This is for electronics, for flavor, for liquid. Okay, so it's not about anything that has to do with books, clothing, namely shirts, blah blah blah. So let's now check this on Amazon and see how well it is doing. Anarchist cookbook, let's check it out on Amazon. Okay, let's check it out again on Amazon. We have just 97 results. Anarchist cookbook. All right, so let's see the search volume. We have 4,000 results. All right, and only 370 competition. Right here we have 97. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm not sure I won't advise you to work on this kind of cookbook because I can't. Okay, let's see if this is an independent publisher, because I was wondering why there are no independent publisher on this. All right, so that's something else you have to also take note of. If you're working on a particular title, always check if there are independent publishers there before you dive into the title. All right, even though it's not trademarked, I would like to be sure that I'm not the only one publishing there. All right, so let's check that book and see. Anarchist, September 2022. Let's go deeper into this book and see if it's an independent publisher. Okay, Let's check and see if this is by an independent publisher, independently published, and it was recent, July 9, 2025. And as you can see, this is the search volume, 137. Okay, so of course it's going to sell because it's, see the search volume, this is weekly search volume, and it has over 4,000 searches just this week. The search frequency is high. This is the rate at which people are searching for this every week. And you can see the competing ASIN number is just 97. So of course this is going to rank. Okay, this is paperback, and this book is selling massively. How many pages is this book? Just 98 pages. All right, 98 pages. Okay, so this is the second title we are coming up with so far from our search tool. All right, we have the gluten-free cookbook, but this is the competing ASIN number is too high. Diabetic cookbook is going to be high. Measure with your heart cookbook. Measure with your heart cookbook. All right, let's check if it's trademarked. Let's check if this is trademarked. So I'm going to paste this, and then I'm going to search this out. So this is not trademarked. As you can see, this is not trademarked. Okay, so I'm going to open this up on Amazon. Measure with your heart cookbook. We have checked and it's not trademarked. Measure with your heart cookbook. Measure with your heart cookbook is not trademarked. All right, remember, treat your kitchen, treat yourself. Fresh baby, I fix hearts. Spin 10CT. Okay, let's check. Measure with your heart cookbook. Just 110 results. Okay, let's see. I'm sure this is the original author of this book. October is not even released yet. October 21st, 2025. All right, so this is the owner of this book. Let's see if there are independent publishers already on this title. Let's see how big. No. Let's see if there are independent publishers. Measure research with your heart cookbook. 1 star. So this is not how you model a book. This is not how you model a book, and you'll be shocked at the ASIN number here now. All right, this is not how you model. Let's see. Measure with your heart, September 16. Measure through with your family soul heart. Hey Jesus, independent publishers will not kill people. This is not how you model now. Measure through with your family soul heart cookbook. Of course, you are not going to sell any copy. You don't expect to sell any copy. Okay, this was measure meals with your open heart using this newsroom. Oh my god, who taught people how to model? All right, so this is another title you can model. All right, you can actually model this title. So some independent publishers are doing so wrong with it. They are not getting it at all. 21 pages. Why now? 21 pages. And you price your book 9.99, only 21 pages. So these are the kind of people that make Amazon frown at certain regions. All right, these are the kind of people that make Amazon squeeze their face. Okay, so I don't want this video to be too long. All right, but you can just go through this tool. Like I said, this tool is not just for cookbook alone. This is just the first page alone. This is not just for cookbook alone. All right, you can use this tool to research on a whole lot of topic, and even on a whole other countries. All right, you can use to research on other countries, other niches. Okay, like I showed us, all right, when we started this video. All right, like I showed this video, there are tools here. That there are products. Actually, that's the word I want to use. There are products on this web application that you can use to write your product guides. if you're into product guide, this is one of the best tools, best research tools you need to have. If you are into product guide, you want to write product guide that people buy, you want to write product guide that people need, all right, people are actually searching for. Okay, so this is a research strategy you don't want to miss. All right, so if you have found value from this video, I want you to hit the like button. All right, I want you to subscribe. I want to know your thoughts and if you're going to start using this tool. Okay, so see you in my next video.